Okay. Well, I'm getting the same error message, but I'm just going to stick with it this time because I see people joining. So I think we're good. Yay! Hi there, Ray of Light. Let me get this. Hi, Jade. Hi. So, Wily Foxes, that's a cute name. That's a very cute name. How is everyone today on this Intentional Tuesday? Hi there, April. Hey, Kathy. Kathy Verta. That's Draco's other grandmother. And she's in Chicago, and she's joining us today. She's a fabulous lady. I really love her a lot. Ooh, someone has pneumonia. Shannon, oh my goodness. Well, I still have this little cold. It's kind of come and gone a few times, and other people I've talked to, they say that they've had the same experience with it. It just kind of likes to stick around, I guess. Miami Lakes, Florida. I have not been there. It sounds beautiful, though. Miami Lakes, Florida. So today is, thank you for inviting followers. Yes, let me do all the stuff I'm supposed to do. First, introducing myself. My name is MahailaMcKellar. I am the mother of Danica McKellar and Crystal McKellar, and I have been a meditation teacher since 1998, certified by Dr. Deepak Chopra and the Chopra Center, and I've been meditating since 1975, and it's certainly a very big part of my life and has helped me, and I think other people too. I would like to think other people too, people I have taught, and the various people I have met in the Chopra community. So today, you can't watch? Huh, Grace. Well, I had an error message, but at first I thought it was a general error message, and then when I did the take two, I saw that it was an error, that it wasn't being, that the announcement was not being posted to Twitter. So we'll just go ahead and Periscope is playing up. I don't know what you mean by that, Jade. Okay, so it's working for folks. Great. So what we're going to do today, which is a little bit different, usually it's jumping. Well, hopefully it'll straighten itself out. What we're going to start today with the meditation. I usually end with meditation. Today we're going to start with the meditation. And I'm adding a couple of things. Let's see. Nothing new at the beginning, adding a couple of things at the end. And my daughter did not get her singing from me, no. So, yeah, and then we're going to do, after the meditation, we are going to do the first law of the 7 spiritual laws of success, the law of pure potentiality, which is pretty cool. Well, yeah, Danica sounded like Ariel because she was singing the song from Little Mermaid. That's probably Danica's favorite movie of all time, and she knows it well. Who read the book? Oh, April read the book. Cool. How many of you have the book? Mine too. Does that mean that Jen read her book? All right, well, you don't really have to have the book. It would be nice if you did. April has it, and Kay Wilt too, and Midge Twee. Thank you, Ms. Brittany Grice. The book is called The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. I haven't read the book. What book is this? Okay. Oh, the movie. Oh, you're talking about The Little Mermaid, Jen. Okay. This is the book. Pardon all my notes and things here. 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Dr. Deepak Chopra. I am not the author. Deepak Chopra is the author of this book. The copyright is 1994. It's been around for a long time. I've had it for a long time. But we're going to meditate first. And I hope you'll meditate with me. And I imagine the book is on Kindle. I don't do Kindle. So if you, okay, well, if you don't like Deepak Chopra, that's okay. A lot of what I talk about, I have learned from Deepak, so there's a good chance you won't enjoy my scope, in which case, God bless. And you can, there's so many things on Periscope. I'm sure you'll find something you'll enjoy. So we're going to meditate now, and I've got the timer set up. Let me turn this, and we're going to do 3 minutes of silence, but we're going to start with breathing and the other things that we do. And I will be guiding you through all of this. Hey, Tony, we're just about to meditate. I'm starting this Tuesday's scope with meditation. Now, Jen, that's okay. That's okay. It's all right to say if you don't like something. And that's actually something we'll be talking about because, well, I'll get to it later, about when we talk about self-referral and object referral, which is part of today's scope. Okay, so I would like for everyone who's going to meditate to get very comfortable, get very, very comfortable in whatever way you need to do that. So you're sitting comfortably and you can relax. Just kind of take in a deep breath. Just take in a deep breath and settle in. All right, now let's do a couple of rounds of the alternate breathing. So breathing in through both nostrils, block one side, breathe out, and breathe in. And you can do this at your own pace. You don't have to follow my pacing, my breathing. Switch sides and breathe out, and breathe in. Now, continue the alternate breathing. I just received a low battery signal, so I'm plugging in there. All right. And breathe out. Breathe in. And switch. And breathe out. Breathe in. And then relax. And with your eyes closed, now we're going to ask the 4 soul questions. And you just feel inside yourself if an answer comes. It may or may not, and that's okay. What we want to do is just ask the questions. The first one is, who am I? Who am I? What do I want? At this point in time, what do I want? What is my purpose? how can I be of service to others? And what am I grateful for, and why? What am I grateful for? Continuing with your eyes closed, silently think, I am, your first name and your last name. And now, drop the last name and think, I am, and just your first name. And repeat that a couple of times. Now dropping, dropping your name altogether, think, I am. I am. And now the Sanskrit word for I am, aham. Aham. All right, now you can begin your mantra. If you have a personal mantra, use that. If you don't have a mantra, then you can use so hum. So paying attention to your breathing without controlling it. Think so on the inhale and hum on the exhale. I'll be keeping track of the time, and you'll hear a bell at the end. When the bell rings, do continue keeping your eyes closed. Keeping your eyes closed, continue resting. Resting in existence. Resting in awareness. Resting in being. Sat Chit Ananda. With your eyes still closed, silently repeat the following intentions, releasing them into being. Joyful, energetic body. Repeat that silently 2 more times. Loving, compassionate heart. Reflective, alert mind. Lightness of being. Now take a few deeper breaths and start to move a little bit, maybe stretch gently. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes. Somebody's back. Some green hearts, pink ones, brown ones, purple ones. Oh, I see I didn't have the camera turned right. Oh well. You guys aren't supposed to watch that anyway, but all right. Oh, all right. So what'd you think of that? Did you like the additions? Now this is the 3 words I said before the intentions. Oh, the Sat Chit Ananda. That is existence, awareness, and being. So that's the Sanskrit for existence, awareness, and being. Yeah. Yeah. So, my scopes are caught on catch.me. So after the 24 hours, you can still go to catch.me and watch this if you want to use this to help you with your meditation. Oh, good, April. I'm glad you liked it. And I suppose it might interrupt it a little bit, but when it's time to do the mantra, just sort of be gentle with yourself and hit pause and then meditate for as long as you want, up to 20, 30 minutes. And then then you can be gentle with yourself again. And maybe I should just, I'm thinking it might be easier for you guys if I just do maybe I'll do a scope that's dedicated to a full meditation. That'll be like, the whole thing would be a total of 30 minutes. And that's all I'll do. There won't be any chatting or anything else. I'll just do the scope, and you'll have the meditation if you want to use it to guide you. And I'll just leave it up. Do you like that idea? It's out with hum, not human, out with hum. All right, okay, you got that. Yes, yes. And you don't try to control your breathing. Let me turn this back around this way. I think the eye line's better this way. Hi. Someone else asked a question earlier, and I didn't catch it. Oh, you like the idea? All right, I'll see if I can do that today. If I don't get around to it today, then because I'm getting ready to go to Vancouver again, I'll see if I can do it tomorrow. So yeah, so it's a very complete meditation, bringing in the things that we do before the silent part, before the mantra part, helps us to go within and transcend. And then while we're doing the meditation, I call the meditation the silent part, the mantra part. Yes, Vancouver is where Danica is. During the silent part, then that's when the mantra is interrupting the flow of your thoughts to have your awareness transcend and dip into what we'll be talking about in a little bit here, into pure potentiality. Crystal does not still act. She's a lawyer and a venture capitalist. And then after the mantra part is over, the intentions are very all-encompassing, you know? I mean, don't we all want to have a joyful, energetic body, a loving, compassionate heart, a reflective and an alert mind, and a lightness of being? Yeah, yeah. It makes us more whole as people, as human beings. Okay, so the 7 spiritual laws of success. Is meditation primarily for focus? This meditation technique is to have our awareness transcend into the field of pure potentiality, into the field of our individual souls and all of spirit. It does help, meditation does help people to relax. It helps to release stress, emotional and physical stress from the body. And helps us to be healthier in that way. Calm nerves, yes. Let me see, I want to adjust things here so that I can put the camera back a little bit and have my book in front of me. So the first chapter of the book is also the first law, the law of pure potentiality. Now, normally, if you go by the book, you would focus on this particular law on Sunday. We're going to focus on it today, and I'm going to ask you who want to participate to focus on this one for every day this coming week until we meet again next Tuesday. So you really get the feeling for it. Now, the law of pure potentiality. Deepak starts off with, the source of all creation is pure consciousness, pure potentiality, seeking expression from the unmanifest to the manifest. And when we realize that our true self is one of pure potentiality, we align with the power that manifests everything in the universe. And that's pretty powerful stuff. And then the next thing that he has here is one of the hymn of creation from the Rig Veda. In the beginning, there was neither existence nor non-existence. All this world was unmanifest energy. The One breathed without breath by its own power. Nothing else was there. Nothing else was there. Nothing was manifest yet. It was pure potential. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with the Rig Veda, it is considered the oldest written book on the planet. It was written from an oral tradition that had been passed down already for probably a couple thousand years. And they date the book as having been written about 3,000 years ago, somewhere around 1000 BC. So, and it has over 1,000 Sanskrit hymns, and they are themes of creation, the nature of God, and the universe. So, and when we get in touch with that pure awareness, that pure consciousness, then we enter a field of all possibility. You've probably heard of infinite possibilities if you're familiar with, oh my goodness, why is this saying low battery? Oh no, people, hold on just a second. This must not be plugged in. I'm very sorry for the interruption. Technical things. And it wasn't plugged in. And now it should be. If I suddenly lose you, you'll know that I didn't get it plugged in properly. We must plug in to the field of electricity. Well, I didn't catch it. My phone told me, right? It's like I've got it plugged in. It can't be telling me it's low power. All right, so what was I saying? Yes, oh yes, getting into that field, then all sorts of things happen. I mean, a lot of times we think about it as a way of manifesting our desires, which is one of the intentions, or one of the laws later on in the book. Talks about that and how we can use this field for that. But more importantly, it gets us in touch with our true selves. And when we get in touch with our true self, then we become more and more in what's called self-referral rather than object referral. And I think, let's see, that's talked about, that is talked about, yes, on page 10, 11, and 12 of the book. And object referral is when you find your self-esteem by relating to things outside of yourself. Perhaps you have a promotion at work, so you have a particular title, or you have so much money in the bank, or somebody that you think is especially popular has decided to like you. So this boosts your self-esteem from outside yourself. And anything that's outside of yourself like that is not permanent. It's all temporary. Everything in life is temporary, right? Our bodies, everything is temporary. So if that object is removed, or when it's removed, then you lose that feeling of self-esteem and who you are, and you start looking for another one, or you feel horrible, and some people just give up and say, oh, my life is over. I might as well just, sit in a corner and just feel sorry for myself, or whatever. Yes, the soul lives forever. Our soul was here before we were born. It's here after we die. And so when we get in touch with our soul, that's permanent. And that's what we call self-referral. And that's where we get our, in the book they call it he calls it true power. I mean, I tend to think of the word power. I think most people think of power as being something where you're overpowering something or someone else. I think of it as more of a feeling of wholeness, a feeling of being one with yourself and the universe and you know, everything, right? The universe is everything. And so how do we get to this place? Well, guess what? Meditation. You probably knew that was coming, right? Which is why, you know, I wanted to start with meditation today, and why I'll put that meditation scope together for you guys. Going into silence, spending time in silence. You can actually go into, you know, maybe you've heard of silent retreats. And I personally find them wonderful and nourishing. I mean, usually the first day or so it can be a little, because we're so used to talking and saying out loud pretty much everything that comes into our minds, and, you know, being in touch with the outside world through our phones now and television, or, you know, whatever, newspapers, whatever those sources are for each one of us. When you go into silence, you really are there then with yourself, and a whole new world opens up, and it's truly wonderful. Another way is to spend time in nature. Now, I like putting the two things together, being in nature and being silent, and getting in touch with that energy. And then the third thing is to practice non-judgment. Now that, I mean, I personally think that we can't literally stop ourselves from judging. Those thoughts are going to come up. And if we're practicing non-judgment, then chances are we're going to start judging ourselves for judging. And that's a pretty typical thing. But that's okay. That's okay. You let it go. And when you think in terms of, I'm going to practice non-judgment, instead of literally expecting yourself to stop all judgment, it's more about becoming aware of when you get judgmental. Become aware of it, and then see if you can change it. Okay, Kathy, have fun at your film class. She goes to Italian film class. Can you imagine? Film class and Italian films. Really cool. Anyway, so when you're in that, when you notice that you're judging, and judgment is, that's good or bad, right? That's good, that's bad, or and instead of thinking that, or right or wrong, that's the other one. That's the right way, that's the wrong way. Instead of thinking those words, change it to preferences. So, if you prefer something, that doesn't make it right for everyone. That doesn't make it good for everyone. It's your personal preference. And and then the reverse of that. If you don't like something, if you don't prefer it, if you don't like it, that doesn't mean that it's bad, or that it's or that it's wrong. It's just your personal preference. And the more you can do that, then you'll gradually, in many areas, lose judgment. Not judgment, that doesn't sound right. You'll stop being judgmental. Hi, Brittany. How are you? Yeah, you don't want to use your ability. Anyway, so, perfectionist, so I judge those that are that are more flexible. Yeah. Well, I have, oh good. I have to say that, you know, everything for me comes back to meditation. And from my experience and from, you know, what I've been taught and what I've seen in others, how often should you focus on yourself? What is right or wrong? Is it the same? Is it this? All right, I'm not understanding people's questions. I know you're probably trying to be brief in order to get the comment out. But if you can give me a little more detail in your questions, that will be helpful, because I want to fully answer your questions. So back to meditation. If you meditate regularly, you will find over time that being judgmental will start to dissipate. And you'll have a more open mind. You'll have a more open heart. It doesn't mean you won't have your own preferences. That's very different from judging others as being wrong or bad if they don't agree with you. Wow, I got the low battery thing again. So I think I'd better, which I'm almost done. This is very strange to me. I don't know what's up here. The universe is trying to tell me something, isn't it? So, okay, let me see if there's any key things I haven't told you about this. Get it? Well, it's an iPhone. You can't get a new battery. It must be the charger. Something's up with the charger. So, Om Bhavam Namah. Om Bhavam Namah. Put this up here. Om Bhavam Namah. This means I am absolute existence. And this is something that you can think to yourself. And why don't we now, in closing, let's close our eyes and think, Om Bhavam Namah. Om Bhavam Namah. Om Bhavam Namah. I am absolute existence. So I thank you all for being with me this week, and I'll see you on Friday for Pure Food Fridays. And in the meantime, I hope you will practice this law of pure potentiality every day until I see you next Tuesday. Alrighty. Namaste, everyone. Mwah.